Check. These brain gains about knowledge, intellectuals rising. See the dreams that I wanted, and then live, learn, and acknowledge.
What's up, guys? This is BrainGainz, episode 14.C or part 3, whichever one. Doesn't really matter. This is just my London series right now. I'm in the UK. This is gonna be a shorter video. I put a lot of content in the first two, so this is just gonna be, something to wind down, give you guys something to think about. So, last night, my last night in the UK, I was talking to this guy that I met at the hotel I'm at, and we started playing pool and everything. We're just talking, we're having a good time, and I enjoyed it because it's like, no matter where you're from, no matter what your countries are going through, you can still sit down and be civilized and have a good conversation with someone who can think logically and rationally. Not everyone's going to hate you and all of that. No matter what tensions are going on, there's no tensions between the UK and the US right now. But, still, what I mean is there's just instances where I feel like if I went to another country besides this, I could potentially get into arguments with people about speaking my mind on certain subjects. Like him and I, we were just having such a good time just talking about everything. We're talking about politics, we're talking about the world, talking about music, sports, everything. Like, it was an amazing experience. And it was really interesting to learn more about the culture out here. Because it's funny, because there was a soccer game on, football here, and they love football out here, obviously. And it was funny how he explained it to me, how it is compared to our sports in terms of loyalty to a team. It's like, whatever your father's team or your great-grandfather or your great-great-great-grandfather's team was when you were, younger, that's who your team ends up being for life. Like, you live and die by that team. And I can understand that. That's how we typically are with some of our sports, but I don't think we're to that extent. It was funny because he's a Dallas Cowboys fan. Didn't expect that one. But it was just interesting because to talk about the different sports. And it's funny what people can find in common among so many uncommon things that they have between each other. But at the end of the day, we're the ones who separate ourselves from each other. There's another conversation we were having. We're the ones who separate each other. Essentially, we're more alike than we are, different. And if we could only see that, the world would be a much better place. But for some reason, instead of seeing everyone as equal, because no one wants to be equal, everyone wants to be different, which there's no problem with being different in the aspect of being an individual, because everyone is an individual. Everyone has their own character traits. Everyone is unique. But when it comes to trying to be different in the form of superior, that's when it comes into a problem. And that's why we're at where we're at right now. We're talking about how, as a people, that we feel the need to want more power than we already have. And even when we get that power, we're going to keep on wanting it and wanting it and wanting it. Because it's weird. Something in our brain tells us that every resource that is out there is scarce, and there's not an abundance of resources. And by resources, I don't just mean tangible items. I mean opportunity and wealth, happiness, all that. We feel that for us to make one step forward or to progress, someone else has to digress or take a step back, which isn't true. We don't have to do that. We can all be winning at equal levels or the same level or higher levels, whatever. And I found that very funny that he agreed with me, because that's something that I talk about a lot in abundance. I didn't always believe in abundance. I believed in a lot of scarcity. I believe I had a scarcity mindset without me even knowing it. But once I recognized that I could change my mindset and know that I have an abundance of resources. I may not be rich, but I will be. But for right now, even with the money I do make, I still feel I have an abundance of it. And ever since I started believing I have an abundance of money and resources and happiness and joy and just all this different stuff, I believed in abundance instead of scarcity, and more kept on coming. I am never at a loss. I'm never scarce in any of these resources, so more kept on coming. So I believe that when you switch that mindset from scarce to abundance, you end up consciously changing your life in a way where you're gonna have access to more opportunities and more resources, more wealth, more happiness, more friendships, everything. So that's the lesson. Switch your mindset, learn other cultures, visit other places, and enjoy yourself. That's the most important thing. That if you take nothing else away, enjoy yourself, enjoy yourself, enjoy yourself. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to my homies out back in the States. Shout out to my DJ homie, you know who you are. Frankie, you my homie. Shout out to everybody, man. As always, implement, inspire, impact. Implement the things you learn. Inspire the people around you and impact the world. Do that. I love y'all. Have a good day.
Check. These BrainGainz